Hi everyone, it is a hot day today in Sydney, Australia. Sorry if the wind is hitting my microphone. I need to get like some sort of mic attachment. What was I gonna say? I don't know how many days in a row it is, but it's only like early spring and we have been getting, like yesterday was 35 degrees Celsius. The day before that, it might have been 33 or 34 Celsius. The day before that, I think it was like 32. But yeah, I think yesterday we broke some sort of record for like New South Wales. Anyway, it was like the hottest start to spring on record. And like my phone today, because it's windy and it's really hot, I have just been getting constant warnings about high fire danger, which is really scary because like we live, we've got a lot of bush surrounding us, so it's a bit scary. But because anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I planted, my boyfriend and I, we cleaned this section up here of the garden, and there is protection on here because we have free roaming chickens. Well, they're actually roosters. And I had to put this on the top. My boyfriend helped me do all this. But yeah, we planted seeds. What day was my boyfriend here? Saturday. I think we did this on Saturday, and today is now Wednesday. And look, I've already got some seeds sprouting. You would have seen the seeds in my last video that I planted. I may have gotten a couple more packets since then. I honestly cannot remember. I am shocking like that. But yeah, I actually just went and bought some more shade cloth. So the shade cloth on my little greenhouse here, or shade house. So this is 30% shade cloth and it's green. I went and bought white shade cloth, 50%. And I've had this for a year now. This shade cloth, I don't know. Can't remember. Actually, I'm probably lying. Might not be a year. I don't know. I lose track of time. But anyway, I was looking at it the other day. Sorry if I'm turning too quickly, because I've got some down here. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, I actually think it's 30%. I ordered 50%, but the holding size is the same size as my 30%. So yeah, I have put some shade cloth up because I started to feel so sorry for some of the plants. Like normally the weather kind of helps the plants get used to summer, you got spring slowly gets hotter and hotter, and then bam, you're in summer, and then it just gradually gets worse. But these poor little plants, they're in shock. I feel so sorry for them. So I've just, tossed some shade cloth up. I've got some more shade cloth over there. If I slowly pan over this way, I've got my other succulents that I'm doing, a little experiment with in the ground over here. I have to water them this afternoon. Oh gosh, it's so hot. It's gross. Up here, they don't get the sun all day. Like they're shaded in the morning. They're not shaded right now. That section is there, but eventually as the sun moves around, they'll be in the shade. So these frillies and bumpies, they're okay for now. But yeah, I bought 50 meters worth of 50% green shade cloth because they just declared an El Nino weather event for us in Australia. We did just go through 3 years of La Nina, where we just had rain constantly, there were floods constantly, and if I'm going to go anywhere, I basically I've got 2 bridges that I can cross, and those bridges get flooded, so I couldn't go to work, so I had to stay home. Oh, that's just devastating, isn't it? But anyway, anyway, I should have filmed the other day. Ooh, I have one of my favorite flowers out. I didn't even realize it had flowers on my cacti. You guys probably won't think it's that pretty, but I adore this thing. And the succulent itself is so tiny. There's my little finger. And look at the flower. I don't know why. I love that flower. I love that it's like two-tone. But yeah, as I was saying, I get so distracted while I'm talking. I should have filmed the other day because these were out. I had this beautiful flower here. This one was out. This is a really big pink one. A lot of like these were all out. Like this one, I've got it labeled as pink, but it's more of like a pinky orange, or should I say an orangey pink. It's more orange than pink. This one here is also really pretty as well, but oh, it looks like it's just opening. Anyway, or maybe it's closing because it's like, this heat is ridiculous. And it's only spring. You're going to hear me saying that a lot. It's only spring. It's only spring. It blows my mind. So these are some propagations that I actually had behind my high-raised garden beds. And while I was gone, because I went to Lake Macquarie for about a week-ish, bit under a week, and these were out in the heat wave. And I say heat wave because it was like between 30 and 35 degrees. Like normally Australia, I think we normally class like heat waves as like 35 plus, but because again it's only spring, it was quite hot and a real shock to the environment. Also, sorry about the wind again, I've been setting little water stations up for my bird friends, and it's incredible about, like, I would just be like in my greenhouse, you know, fiddling around, and I'll look up. They love this one up in the tree, that little hanging basket thing there that's got water in it, and I get birds that come in and they have a bath, and I just, oh, it kills me. I think it's just so cute. I'll probably have to move my Haworthias inside. And that's what I haven't told you guys. I had this bright idea of, I'm waiting for my phone to get too hot and stopping my recording session. I have been moving stuff. So I grabbed most of my plants from up here. I've still got some there because I just get bored and stop doing something and start something else. But yeah, I moved all of them, well, majority of them down here, which I think is really cool. I get to like see them because if they are up the top over there, I have to stand on a milk crate. But I've got my variegated collection around this section because I've actually got double shade cloth over the top here. Geez, I'm getting tongue-tied. But yeah, basically moved all my plants down here because one, the sun. I mean, realistically, these guys would withstand it. They're fine. But it's because I'm lazy. And you see all my flowers? So instead of me walking back and forth up here, I can just go doing, 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 doing. So, yeah. And obviously because I was away, a lot of my flowers are out, and I've come back and I'm so overwhelmed with how many flowers are out. Like, I think today was the first day since I got back on Saturday that I actually tried to do my hand pollination. But yeah, I've just got flowers everywhere. I went and bought some new brushes because all my brushes were ruined, so I went and bought these little $6 ones from Kmart. I don't really like how they're pointed. I'd rather them squared off. I also went to an arts and crafts shop and bought these because they looked fluffy. Hold on, let me try and find a brush that I like in here. Where is it? This one will do. So yeah, it's like squared off and it's like fluffy. I haven't given this one a go yet because I'm just using my like crappy ones from Kmart. And yes, my greenhouse is a mess. It's just, I am the world's biggest procrastinator, and I just I don't want to clean it. And because it's not bothering me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm tripping over these boxes all the time, but the stuff underneath there, it's gonna have to go because I'll eventually be bringing like my propagation trays. Am I saying that correctly? Anyway, I'll be bringing them inside maybe and putting plants underneath here, and eventually I'll have to clean all my mess up. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And like, look over here, my seeds. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my milk crate. My seeds. So I had to put like a shade cloth up here, which I think this one's like 70%. This one's really thick. It's an offcut from an old shade house that we used to have, which actually is now this brand new shade house. It was in the middle, or was it this? No, this part's brand new. I'll stop blabbing on about that. I'll just confuse people. This is what I'm like. I swear I've got some form of like, I just can't concentrate. I just babble on about anything. But anyway, my seedlings, look at the temperature. Oh, I forgot that the bloody, for some reason, the phone and the Duvawaki doesn't, it flashes on the camera. It's so weird. But that said 37 degrees Celsius. Like, how? I actually want to buy another thermometer and put it in the soil. But yeah, I've been keeping an eye on my seedlings because I don't want them to cook. And like, these are as shaded can be. So obviously, because the air around them is hot, they're just hot. But, yeah, they're still okay. Like, I've been checking on them and they're fine. But, yeah. This heat. Really not looking forward to summer. I'm trying to make this quick because my phone is now giving me a little warning saying it's too hot. So, I posted this on my Instagram today. This is a Purple Delight variegated, but it's the yellow variegated versus this one, which is the other sort of variegation. See how they're different? Isn't that just cool? I find it so crazy that with succulents, you can get like the same succulent, but like it can have like this type of variegation, it can have a silk type of variegation, and then you can have it like monstrose. Like, the collecting never ends. There's always something to collect. Actually, this is a head chop. It's not newly rooted. It's been rooted for a while. Like, it's happy now. But its original body is over here, and it's giving me that baby there. I was trying to grow some from leaf because I had to pluck leaves when I did the head chop and blah, blah, blah. Don't know how they're going to go, but we'll eventually find out. But yeah, so that's like the normal sort of variegation. And then the weird yellow type of variegation. But yeah, I better stop blabbing because it's so hot that my phone is going to pass out. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.